Hello. Welcome to Football Alert. YouTube channel updates football news today, and the fun of the football world. You can follow us on Subscribe Now. Robert Lewandowski attracting transfer interest from several European clubs. Bayern Munich striker Robert Lewandowski is the subject of transfer interest from several top-tier clubs in Europe, but the European champions are reluctant to sell him. The 32-year-old, who won the Best FIFA Men's Player Award in 2020 and was tipped to have won the Ballon d'Or had it not been cancelled, has continued his ridiculous scoring exploits this season, with 36 goals in 26 Bundesliga games so far this campaign. Erling Haaland, Harry Kane and Romelu Lukaku have been the two biggest forwards linked with a move in the transfer window this summer, but Sky Sports say the elite clubs on the continent are keen on a move for Lewandowski, too. Max Bielefeld reports that the unnamed clubs have established contact with Lewandowski's agent, but Bayern are keen on the Poland international remaining at the Allianz Arena. While the clubs in question remain anonymous, there are plenty of reasons why most if not all of Bayern's European rivals would be interested in Lewandowski. In England, Manchester City are on the hunt for a replacement for Sergio Aguero, while Man United and Chelsea have also been on the lookout for a big-name striker. Real Madrid, who were linked with Lewandowski heavily in the 2010s, and Barcelona have met with Mino Raiola to discuss the future of Erling Haaland, but could have an eye on Lewandowski to avoid getting drawn into a war with the notorious agent. Paris Saint-Germain may also be looking for a third star to accompany Neymar, who is expected to sign a new long-term deal at Parc des Princes imminently, and Kylian Mbappé, and Lewandowski would certainly fit the mold and take some of the goal-scoring burden off the duo. A move to Italy is less likely, with Juventus and Inter's finances hit hard by the pandemic. Daniel Levy wants a new attack-minded boss installed at Spurs before Euro 2020, with Ajax's Erik Ten Hag in pole position. Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy will not allow his search for a new manager to drag long into the summer as Ajax boss Erik Ten Hag emerges as candidate. As Sportsmail revealed last week, Spurs fear missing out on number 1 target Julian Nagelsmann, who is wanted by Bayern Munich to replace outgoing Hansi Flick next season. Those concerns are now being realized, with RB Leipzig boss Nagelsmann almost certain to take over at Bayern ahead of next season. Knowing Nagelsmann was likely to join Bayern, the news will come as little surprise to Levy, who will now focus on alternatives to the German. But the Spurs Supremo is eager to avoid a long drawn-out scenario that will impinge on the new manager's preparation time for next season. This summer's European Championships will cause significant disruption for clubs ahead of next season, an issue Levy is acutely aware of. Indeed, the Spurs chief wants to give José Mourinho's successor as much time as possible to implement his plans ahead of next, and sources claim he will move decisively to ensure there is clarity to the situation as early as possible. Levy wants to appoint a manager with a clear attacking direction amid concerns from within the club about Mourinho's more pragmatic approach during his reign. Sportsmail understands Ten Hag is among the candidates Levy is now considering to replace Mourinho. The Ajax boss's current deal expires at the end of next season, meaning he is likely to be relatively cheap to release from his existing contract, which will suit Tottenham, who are working within a tight financial framework due to the impact of COVID. Ten Hag's side will win the Dutch title this season, Ajax is second under the 51-year-old, and he could be tempted by a fresh challenge. Leicester boss Brendan Rodgers is viewed by many at Spurs as the ideal option, but he is understood to have reservations about the role. The Foxes are also on the verge of qualifying for the Champions League, a prospect Rodgers will find it difficult to walk away from. Sources claim Roberto Martinez would be interested in the vacancy at Tottenham after the European Championships with Belgium, while England boss Gareth Southgate's work with the national team has not gone unnoticed at Tottenham. Ralf Rangnick, who is out of work and available for free, is also emerging as a potential candidate. Ryan Mason is currently in interim charge but is not expected to be in the running for the job on a permanent basis. However, if the 29-year-old manages to steer Tottenham back into the Champions League with a top 4 finish, then there could be a groundswell of support for Mason to be given the reins full-time. Manchester United monitoring Slavia Prague forward Abdallah Sima. Abdallah Sima has been making waves with Slavia Prague in the Europa League this season and attained his first Senegal cap last month. Manchester United are monitoring Slavia Prague forward Abdallah Sima. Sima, 21, scored 4 goals during Slavia's Europa League run, including their clincher in the 2-0 win at Leicester, and has tallied 19 goals in 35 appearances this season. He is contracted to Slavia until 2024. The Manchester Evening News understands if Slavia cashed in on Sima this summer he would be eligible for a governing body endorsement. Players must obtain a GBE from the Football Association before they can play for a new English club. Sima attained his first Senegal cap against the Democratic Republic of Congo last month and has started 29 times for Slavia this season. He was an unused substitute in their 4-0 thrashing by Arsenal in the Europa League semi-final second leg 2 weeks ago. The Senegalese has primarily played from the right-hand side for Slavia, but sources expect Sima to develop into a centre-forward. United signed right-sided forwards Ahmad and Facundo Pellistri in the summer transfer window last year. United's interest in Sima is part of a new recruitment strategy in targeting the highest-rated teenagers around the world, having previously preferred to focus on long-term targets aged between 23 and 28. Pellistri, on loan at La Liga side Alaves, turned 19 in December and Ahmad is 18. United explored the possibility of signing the 19-year-old Ecuador midfielder Moises Caicedo in January until they withdrew due to the interference of intermediaries. Ahmad, a scorer in United's 1-1 draw with AC Milan last month, is yet to make his full debut for the club since signing from Atalanta for a fee rising to £37 million. Pellistri was a £9 million buy from Penarol. Eric Garcia signs new long-term Man United contract. Manchester United centre-back Eric Garcia has committed his future to the club by signing a new long-term contract until the summer of 2024, with an option to extend for a further year. Garcia has only made 100 United appearances in close to 5 seasons, largely because of injuries, but his new deal will see the Ivorian continue to add to competition for places in defence next season. This decision is something I didn't have to think about. I love this club and I love playing for Manchester United, Garcia told the club's official website. I'm happy and so are my family, everything is good. Now the moment with my injury has passed and I'm fit and feel good, and that's it. A new contract is like a new challenge and I'm ready for this. It had been suggested that Garcia was keen on assurances from United before committing to a fresh contract, but the player has said he is satisfied with the faith the coaching staff have in him. That's why I say the new contract shows the group has confidence in me, the coach, the staff and the players, and, for me, that is very important. And that's why I made this decision to stay at the club, the 27-year-old former Villarreal defender explained. This decision is something I didn't have to think about. I love this club and I love playing for Manchester United, Garcia told the club's official website. I'm happy and so are my family, everything is good. Now the moment with my injury has passed and I'm fit and feel good, and that's it. A new contract is like a new challenge and I'm ready for this. It had been suggested that Garcia was keen on assurances from United before committing to a fresh contract, but the player has said he is satisfied with the faith the coaching staff have in him. That's why I say the new contract shows the group has confidence in me, the coach, the staff and the players, and, for me, that is very important. And that's why I made this decision to stay at the club, the 27-year-old former Villarreal defender explained. Pep Guardiola appears to confirm Eric Garcia's transfer to Barcelona. Pep Guardiola has all but confirmed Manchester City defender Eric Garcia is set for a summer move to Barcelona. The Spaniard has featured fleetingly for City this season after making 20 appearances in all competitions last term, playing just 4 Premier League games this campaign. He was completely absent from the City squad that won Sunday's Carabao Cup final against Tottenham as Aymeric Laporte headed home 8 minutes from time to secure a 1-0 victory and their 4th consecutive success in the competition. The 20-year-old's contract at the Etihad is due to expire this summer and he's been linked with a return to Catalonia for months now. Speaking post-match, Guardiola seemed to confirm the Spain international's imminent move to Camp Nou. He said, as quoted by Sky Sports, "I would love to have 15 Eric Garcias for the way he conducts his behavior. He is always thinking of the team. He's always a good face in the good or bad moments. He helps the manager and the backroom staff all the time. He will go in an incredible team, and when the people say they are unsatisfied if I don't play, I think of Eric. Most of the time he's not on the bench because he's going to move to Barcelona. I hope so. It's tough, but it is what it is. Garcia's agreement with Barca is likely the reason for his descent down the pecking order. Though Ruben Dias has had a fine first season in Manchester, John Stones is re-emerging as one of the country's finest centre-backs, and Laporte's qualities have been well documented for a few years. While City's hopes of a quadruple were dashed in the FA Cup, they are still expected to wrap up the Premier League title imminently and face Paris Saint-Germain in the first leg of the Champions League semi-finals on Wednesday night.